Dharma Bites is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
There's another idea, or another way that it was talked about, and this was in the Dhammapada as well as in the Therigatha, where there's a bhikkhuni, a nun, who says, "Don't give up the greater happiness for the sake of the little happiness from sense pleasures." So abandon the lesser happiness for the sake of the greater happiness. And this is a theme that recurs again and again in the canon. Often when people think of the canon and the Buddha's words, they remember him saying that sense pleasures are dangerous. Sense pleasures are to be avoided. He does say that, but that's not all he says. He says, regarding sense pleasures, there is gratification. There is pleasure. Sense pleasures are pleasurable. We would be stupid to deny that. If we denied that, we wouldn't let go of them, because we wouldn't convince ourselves. So there is a gratification. But the Buddha says there's also a danger. Well, we know that. And the Buddha says there is also a freedom from those sense pleasures. So that freedom is, well, it's a totally different way of looking at the world. It's a different way of experiencing life. There's a sutta that I think we looked at a little bit this morning, where the Buddha is asked, if you've got a bit of a handle on your mind, if you've got some control over your mind and you've purified your mind, is pleasure an obstacle? Is pleasure a problem to spiritual practice? And the Buddha says no, it's not. Pleasure is not an obstacle to spiritual practice if you have reduced, not removed, but reduced greed, hatred and delusion. Likewise, the Buddha also says that if you're attached to monkhood, if you're attached to your spiritual practice, that can also be an obstacle. So the quote there is from the Sutta Nipata, and he says, therefore, to alms food, lodging, water for removing dirt from the outer robe. So the sort of summary of the requisites of what the bhikkhu owns. To these things a bhikkhu should not cling, like a drop of water not clinging to a lotus. So if we translate that image into English, we'd say like water off a duck's back. So even your Buddhist practice, you need to be loose with it, like water off a duck's back, whilst obviously taking it very seriously.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.